Hey, what's going on YouTube? Got another knife review video for you today. Today we will be looking at a zero tolerance knife. If you like this knife or other knives that I use to compare it to, feel free to click on the links below in the video description to take a closer look at these knives online. Okay, with that, we'll dive in. This is zero tolerance 0452 CF. This is my first zero tolerance knife. I got it as a Christmas present for my wife. I love it, and it's a pretty cool knife, and it looks really nice with that carbon fiber scaling on this side of the handle. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Yeah, this is gonna be a deceivingly big knife. Spyderco Man-X Lightweight 2. Not a small knife, but boy, it looks small against this guy. How about up against the Buck Sprint Pro? Sprint Pro, small. Let's look at it against the Benchmade Reptilian. You already know what that's going to be. Smaller. Let's look at it against something a little more sleek. Gentleman's Carry, a CVV Imperium, much shorter. Let's look at it against something big. Let's do some big size comparisons here. Let's go up against the Benchmade Adamas, because that's a big knife, right? That's going to be bigger. Well, slightly bigger handle, bigger looking blade, but shorter, yeah. And then last but not least, this is the biggest one I got, the Recon 1. And the Recon 1 is bigger, it's longer, but not by a lot, folks. This knife, looking at it online, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a big knife. And then you get it, and it's even when you get it, it doesn't seem like a giant guy, but comparing it to some of these, yeah, it's surprisingly a pretty big knife. So now that we've established kind of a size comparison for it, let's go ahead and dive into some of the more specifics. So let's see, let's talk about the ergonomics, because I really like the ergonomics on this knife. It gets an A for ergonomics. I was surprised by that. It's got a nice little dip here and here for your index finger and middle finger, and here for your ring finger, and another one for your pinky. So it fits great in your hand. It feels really comfortable. Then at the top, you got jimping for your thumb to rest on if you're doing, kind of carving cuts with it. It's super nice. It just feels really good in the hand. Now, it's not textured at all on the handles, so it's carbon fiber. It looks amazing there. On the other side, completely different. I understand why it can't be the same because it's a frame lock, but it is different. So I want to point that out. Because online you're probably going to look at it and go, oh, it's carbon fiber all around. No, it's not. It's got a frame lock. I have, a pretty good opinion of frame locks. I tend to like them. And they work really well. Clicks into place great. Doesn't stick at all when you disengage it. And when you disengage it, this knife just falls over on you. Just be careful not to guillotine your thumb or anything with it. So I like the liner lock, or the frame lock on it. It's nice. It's a manual knife, flipper, and it flies out there really nice. Even though it's not a spring assist, it's not needed because it just slings out there great. So you're not going to have any problems there. You're going to be very satisfied with the way it flies out there. Let's see. I like the blade on this knife a lot. So the satin finish, I really like that. It is a, zoom in there for you, S35 VN steel, and it comes super sharp. I love that. When you get a knife at this price point, I expect them to be sharp, like shave your arm hair off sharp, and it is. It's really nice. And I was surprised, I didn't know this, but when I was reading, the box that it comes in, it's got a warranty program on it with the Life Sharp kind of deal, like Benchmade. You can send this into Zero Tolerance. They're up in Oregon, and they'll sharpen it for you at no cost. Haven't explored it. I'd imagine that it's, you're going to pay to ship it to them, and they'll pay to ship it back. But as long as you have the knife, they will sharpen it for you. So I really like that. I think that's a nice touch, especially if you're like me and you don't like sharpening knives. So, I love this knife. A lot of nice things about it. Now, if you know me, I do not like pocket clips on my knives, so I yank them all off, or I don't yank them off, but I do go ahead and remove them. So this one here does have an option of doing the pocket clip on the this side here, the blade, or on the other side here. You do not have the option of putting it up on the I guess by the flipper for tip down carry. So it will be a tip up carry deal. And I think the main reason for that is you've got the frame lock, so you can't really have that. But yeah, I really like this knife. You got big lanyard hole there if you're into that. Open frame. Yep. So what the nice thing with an open frame is they're really easy to clean. So I do tend to like knives like my Griptilian where it's just solid in the back, but that's me. It's a preference thing. I have no problem with this. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it on this review. I really like it. I love everything about it. I feel like you're getting quality commensurate with the price on this knife. I really do, especially with the carbon fiber handles. Again, that I always forget, S35 VN steel. You're getting a high-end knife at a price that isn't over $300 or anything crazy, because they can definitely get up there, and I think you got a knife that's gonna compare really well to higher end deals. So I hope you like this video. Feel free to click the like button below, leave a comment, and again, links below in the video description to take you right to this knife online. Thank you, everybody.